Hello everyone, this is Govind Krishna and let me welcome you to yet another brand new episode of your very favorite auto show in Rosebowl, Green Signal. Fiat's India journey hasn't been successful enough as the Italian car maker hasn't been able to capture the minds of the mass market yet. But all this could change with the latest offering from Fiat, the new Avventura. Now, it's no secret that we Indians just love SUVs. For that matter, even compact crossovers. The thing is that if you just check the success of the Ford EcoSport, you'll understand how much we are in love with SUVs or SUV-like vehicles. Now, even though the Fiat Avventura might look like a beefed-up Fiat Punto, there is more that meet the eye. There is more than what we see from its exterior. Fiat knows to design their car well. Yeah, it's true that the Fiat Avventura looks like a beefed-up Fiat Punto. The car definitely looks like an SUV. Now the difference starts right from the new bumper, and from the side it ends at the new tail-mounted spare wheel, which gives it the true SUV kind of feel. There is absolutely no doubt that Fiat knows its design very well. All its cars are extremely well styled and somehow the appeal never subsides. The Avventura shares its styling with the recently launched Punto Evo, but there are changes which give it the mature feel. The front gets a more aggressive bumper with fork skid plates, while the whole car gets a black body cladding. The side gets black colored door handles and thick door protector strips. The car also gets aluminium roof rails, which are not only light but also serve the purpose of supporting a roof rack. While the regular Punto already has a massive ground clearance, the Avventura is 20 mm higher at 2005 mm, which puts it on par with Renault Duster and Nissan Terrano. Fiat has also given the Avventura 16-inch wheels, which are standard on all trims. What is also standard is a tailgate mounted spare wheel with Avventura written on it and a reflector placed below it, which gives this Fiat a very SUV-like feel. Unlike conventional tailgate mounted spare wheels, this one doesn't open as a single unit. Instead, it has a swinging arm since the boot door still opens upwards. We have to unlock the boot to move the spare wheel cover to the side, and the whole exercise is about style over usability, as opening the cover on the spare wheel unit to access the spare tire isn't an easy task. The Avventura has flared wheel arches, the lights are fantastic, the car has strong lights, the throw is crisp and illumination is good, but at the rear the fog light and reverse lamp is placed too low. And the overall stance of the car just reeks of pure unadulterated sexiness. Now, if we check the interiors of the Fiat Avventura, we can find out that the cabin is almost similar to that of the Fiat Punto Evo. Even though it's similar, Fiat has done multiple changes inside the cabin of the Fiat Avventura to make it entirely look different from that of Punto. The cabin of the Avventura is similar to the Punto Evo, but Fiat has made multiple changes in the two cars. All the features offered on the Punto Evo are present on the Avventura, but what's more are the three pods which sit right above the center AC vents. Now the Avventura isn't an off-roader, power is still fed to the front wheels, so having a compass and tilt meters for both axes serves little purpose, but still it's a very cool feature to see. The dashboard gets the dual tone treatment and the middle part is finished in soft touch velvet like grey color, which is very unique. The seats and door pads are finished in brown. They use artificial leather and look really good. Audio quality is good for a stock unit, but the lack of Bluetooth streaming continues to be a grave omission. All windows roll down with one touch, but only the drivers roll up with one touch. The Avventura has double blade wipers and they do an excellent job. Fiat cars are always well appreciated for their build quality and the Avventura impresses as well. It feels like a tank and there is a solidity which even German cars can't match. Fit finish is good, but the plastics are hard. The big glitch we found with the quality of the car was the finish on the arm of the tailgate mounted spare wheel. The cabin is a nice place to be in. There is good interior room too, although the rear bench has just adequate space while lacking on under-thigh support and the headroom is an issue for tall passengers. The seats are firm and offer good comfort, but the headrests are a tad too hard. There are quite a few storage bins. The glove box is small though, including door pockets, ticket holder below the rightmost AC vent, seat back pocket, center console and a nice cup holder between the front seats for the rear passenger. Ergonomics are decent, but the steering is too far ahead towards you. There is dead pedal though and visibility all around is better than average. The boot has good capacity and the space saved is used to store the toolbox. Now speaking about the engine that powers the Fiat Avventura, there is not much of a difference from what you get in a Fiat Punto Evo. Now there are two engines, the 1.3 litre multi-jet diesel engine that produces a maximum power output of 90 HP and a maximum torque of 200 Nm, and at the same time the 1.4 litre petrol mill produces a maximum power output of 90 PS and a maximum torque of 115 Nm. The diesel Avventura is best suited for highway driving, as tackling the urban environment's stop-and-go ordeal isn't where this crossover shines. The 5-speed gearbox shifts decently well when you tackle the lever with patience and care, but get a bit aggressive and the cogs don't swap as smoothly, lending a notchy feel. The other engine is a 1.4 litre petrol mill which produces 90 HP and 115 Nm of torque. This motor is quite good if you drive sedately, and there is a good low-end punch while the mid-range is decent too, although top-end is where it lacks. Still, the Avventura petrol mill sounds very sweet near the 6600 rpm, becoming quite vocal once you whiz past 4500 rpm. The engine has low NVH and the gearbox is smooth, with the clutch being light too. First gear is good enough for 45 km per hour, second for 80 km per hour, while third will take you well past a ton. The engine cuts off smoothly at red line. 100 km per hour in top gear results in 3100 rpm on the tachometer. The ride and handling balance is just fantastic. The car is so eager to drive on both good and bad roads. Fiat has retuned the suspension to tackle the added 60 kg of weight. The Avventura also gets a rear anti-roll bar and the vehicle delights with the way it handles. In spite of the race height, handling is crisp and body control is simply fab. The suspension handles bad roads with ease. There is some stiffness, but that in no way hampers the ride quality. It's still a car which will keep you comfortable over the worst of tarmac. The steering has just the right feel, it's precise and the hydraulic unit is feedback rich. The Avventura might be heavy, but it doesn't feel as heavy as you would expect. What really impresses is the grip on offer. The 205/55/16 Goodyear Eagle NCT5 tire have so much grip with the chassis supporting it that you can drive into corners carrying insane speeds and it just goes, no tire screeching, no understeer, just pure grip and delight. The car is stable at speed, and that's in spite of the high ground clearance, which also means no worries on the worst speed breakers. The brakes are fantastic and stopping power is in plenty. Fiat Avventura is definitely not a half-hearted effort. Instead, it's a splendid job done by Fiat, and for that, they need to be applauded. Right from designing till the ride and handling, they tick every box in the right way. And at this price point, Fiat Avventura is one of the most desirable cars in this particular segment. So this surely deserves to be a hit in the Indian market.